Most people have heard of IQ, but almost everything people say about it is wrong. Some think it's outdated, some think it's biased, others believe emotional intelligence or street smarts matter more. But here's the surprising part. IQ is one of the most powerful and consistent predictors of real-life outcomes in all of psychology. So the real questions are, what is IQ actually measuring? Why does it matter? And what's true versus the misconceptions? I'm Dr. Russell T. Warren. I've been spending over 15 years studying human intelligence. I wrote a book debunking the biggest myths about IQ, and I created the Riot IQ test, one of the best online IQ tests available in the United States. Let's clear this up the right way, and to do that, we need to start with a mistake. In the late 1800s, Francis Galton tried to measure intelligence by measuring the body. Reaction time, grip strength, eyesight, head size. He measured thousands of people. He believed that smarter people have healthier brains, so their bodies should function better because the brain controls the body. But when he analyzed the data, nothing connected, no meaningful patterns at all. That failure taught scientists something important. Intelligence wasn't found in simple behaviors, it was found in something more complex. That insight opened the door for Alfred Binet in 1905. Instead of measuring the body and basic responses, Binet measured advanced thinking. Could a child define a word? Do they notice what's missing in a picture? Can a child predict how a folded piece of paper would look when unfolded? Binet realized that mental abilities grow predictably with age. If a child performed like an older child, they were ahead. If they performed like a younger child, they needed extra help. His ideas, like age comparisons, tasks ordered from easiest to hardest, and including many different types of questions, are still used in many modern intelligence tests. But the moment IQ became truly important came during World War I. The US Army tested over 1 million recruits using group intelligence tests. These tests weren't designed as research, and yet the patterns were clear anyway. Men with higher scores were trained faster, performed better, and after the war, they tended to have more skilled jobs as civilians. IQ wasn't just predicting school performance, it was predicting life performance. And that's when psychologists realized they were measuring something meaningful. Quick pause here. If you're interested in intelligence, psychology, or human ability, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We also host the IQ and Human Intelligence podcast, where we go deeper into topics related to IQ, talent, and cognitive science. All the links are in the description. All right, let's continue. We can break the truth about IQ into 3 simple questions. Number 1, what is intelligence? Intelligence is a general mental ability. It helps you reason, plan, solve problems, understand complex ideas, learn quickly, and learn from experience. It's not test-taking tricks. It's not memorization. It's a broad ability your brain uses in almost every kind of thinking task. Number 2, how do IQ tests measure intelligence? IQ tests measure this ability through tasks that require actual cognitive effort. Pattern recognition, memory, vocabulary, spatial reasoning, and more. Early tests used a formula where they divided the mental age of a person by the chronological age. But modern IQ tests, including the Riot, use the deviation IQ, where each score always has an average of 100, and the spread of scores is controlled with a standard deviation of 15. This creates the familiar normal distribution, or bell curve. 68% of scores are between 85 and 115, and 95% score between 70 and 130. Now here's the key point. IQ is not the same as intelligence. IQ is simply a score or measurement. Just like how temperature measures heat, IQ is the score that measures intelligence. Number 3, why does the IQ number matter? This is the part that surprises people. For more than 100 years, research shows that IQ predicts school performance, job performance, how fast people learn new skills, income, physical and mental health, life expectancy, the risk of criminal behavior, and even the IQ of a person's children. IQ tests were never designed to predict most of these things, but they do anyway. That tells us that the test is capturing something very important and very real about human ability. Myth number 1, there are multiple independent intelligences. This idea comes from Howard Gardner, who proposed 7 separate intelligences. It's a popular idea, but the data don't support it. For over a century, research shows that performance on different mental tasks is positively correlated. People who do well in one area tend to do well in others. And these cognitive abilities form a hierarchical model with general intelligence at the top. In Gardner's theory, the different mental abilities or intelligences are supposed to be completely separate and unrelated. It sounds appealing, but it isn't scientifically accurate. Myth number 2. IQ tests are biased. People often assume IQ tests are biased because different groups have different average scores. But a score gap alone is not evidence of bias. Professional IQ tests undergo extensive statistical screening to ensure that each question works the same way for different groups. If a test behaves differently for different groups, it's biased and the test creator drops the question. If it behaves the same, it isn't. The data show that well-developed IQ tests function properly. This has been true for at least 45 years. Myth number 3. Emotional intelligence matters more than IQ. Another important idea is emotional intelligence. There's controversy among psychologists about whether it exists, but the claim that it matters more than IQ is not supported by research. When you compare the two directly, IQ is the stronger predictor of academic and career success. Many emotional intelligence tests rely on self-report, but IQ tests measure actual performance on tasks. IQ is not everything, but the idea that emotional intelligence replaces it is incorrect. So here's the bottom line. Intelligence is real. IQ tests measure it well, and the score matters because it predicts important real-life outcomes. Now, IQ doesn't determine your worth, it doesn't capture personality, and it doesn't fully describe your potential. But it does tell us something meaningful about how you think, learn, and solve problems. Understanding IQ helps us understand ourselves and each other better. If you're curious about your own IQ, you can take a free sample test of the Riot at riotIQ.com. The link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out the next video on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.